All right, welcome to episode 10 of Tumbling Podcast of Flesh. This is Corey's Crypt.
This is BDG Reviews.
Yeah, we fudged up the episode number last time again.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it's 10. We're finishing
Yeah.
off it's technically October 2nd, but it was at Halloween Horror Nights and just stuff was happening. So this is our last episode of the Stephen King month.
Yep.
And by weird chance, we didn't even plan it that way, but they're both anthologies.
Yeah.
We're doing Creepshow and Cat's Eye.
Yep.
So that'll be cool. We'll figure we'll start off with news here.
Yep.
This isn't horror related, but I figure I'll shout it out just because he's a legend. But rest in peace, Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. I saw that. That honestly surprised me when I heard that.
Yeah, but he lived a good life, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always remember when I found something funny. I think it was on CNN or something. Someone had written something and it said, the way to know about Hugh Hefner, his first wife was named like Agnes and his last wife was named Crystal.
Yeah.
It's just kind of funny, it's like he's had wives through the years.
I know, man, but he, dude, I've heard some crazy stories. Like, remember that show, The Girls Next Door?
Yeah.
That was big or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, I guess one of the chicks from that show said he, all day would have crazy orgies. Like, every woman, he'd sleep with every chick in the house, and he'd save, if he was dating because he dated all three of them, I think, in that show.
Yeah.
He'd save them for last. So this dude was literally having sex all day.
Well, I think we know how he got to the age that he did then.
Yeah, dude. And he lived his whole life in pajama pants and a smoker's robe.
How awesome would that be?
I know. You gotta call him Rest in Pajamas. Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways, man. But back to the horror. I got a bit of news I'm really excited for. Jigsaw comes out October 27th in IMAX.
Oh, that's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
Have you seen the IMAX poster?
Yeah. It's
What do
I
you
like
think?
it. I like it, but it's a little too colorful. I don't like the colorway for Saw.
Yeah, I find it a little bit too cartoony.
I'll tell you what, that poster with John Kramer with Billy the Puppet makeup on him.
Oh yeah,
That looks
was
badass.
awesome.
He looks like a Doomhead from 31.
Yeah.
The makeup's all cracking and stuff.
Yeah, that poster gives you the shivers looking at it. It's like, oh, we're getting back to
Yeah, man, dude.
good stuff.
I remember the first time I saw the first Saw poster.
Yeah.
I was seeing a movie in theaters years ago called The Cave. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
Well, I saw that in theaters. I remember there was a big poster for Saw, and it
Yeah.
had that woman's head in that the lockjaw trap or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I remember this is the first one. No one had no idea what Saw was. I remember that poster was just made me feel kind of dirty. You know what I mean? Just the whole vibe of that poster. But I loved it.
Yeah, I always loved the releases they did where I always called them the body part posters.
Yeah, and all the slip cases were just clear. All of them had clear slips.
And it was just so cool. Each one would be literally just like a body part, like a hand,
Yeah,
like a
two
foot.
was the two fingers.
The two fingers, yeah, and
one had
I can't
John
remember.
Kramer's head and a scale.
Yeah, I
something.
like that one. And then there was one which I always saw. I saw all the covers in white usually.
Yeah.
But then I saw one that was black, and it was just like a pair of hands that were laced up as if they were gloves.
That's pretty cool.
It was a cool poster. I just wish it had it been in white. I could have made a set of covers that would have matched them all. It would have been great.
Yeah. I remember there was one cover too where you pushed a button on it and the thing spun.
Oh, that thing! I remember that.
I think that was for the final one that came out.
Yeah, I think so.
But that was a series they milked the hell out of, though. They released a trilogy box set, remember? Then they released a box set that had the 5.
Yeah.
And then now they have the box set that has all 7, and that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean...
But you realize, though, we got to do a Saw show this month.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I've always loved the Saw movies, honestly. With the there was just one I didn't like. I can't remember which one. It's the one everyone doesn't like.
Yeah.
I I think
4.
it's
People
it
usually
might.
like 1 through 3.
Yeah, I think it's 4. Um, all I know is like this director came in after another one, and he did the one movie, and then they brought the other guy back for
Yeah,
the
it
for the
must be
next one.
5. I think it's 5.
Yeah, I remember I didn't really like that one too much.
Oh no,
Um,
you're probably thinking of the final one, Saw the Final Chapter.
I
That
don't know
had a
because
different director, I'm pretty sure, and
yeah,
I know
I,
that
I
one's universally hated.
I actually kind of liked that one.
Yeah, I do too.
I was like,
Fucking Carrie
uh,
Elves comes back in it, or however you say
yeah,
his name.
I loved that scene.
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, I was like, yep, we're good. You
yep.
know, like they brought him back.
But
Okay,
yeah, we got our
let's.
Jigsaw thing there, so we're doing our Saw show later in October. I'm
Yep.
thinking our next show we're probably going to have to review all the Chucky movies.
Yeah, I think so.
Because by the time we record our next episode, Cult of Chucky will have been in stores, so...
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, me too. People are already seeing it. I've heard mixed things, but I'm anxious. I'm hearing a Curse is better, but I'm
Yeah.
still
Well.
anxious to see it regardless.
Yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing. Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, I think I got it. I think the one that people didn't like was Saw 5.
Yeah, is that the one where the chick took over?
I don't
Slowly?
know. I'm just going on worldwide sales because everything's up in the 100 millions or whatever, except for that, which is 68 million.
Yeah, because that Darren Lynn Bousman directed all the sequels, and except one of them, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it's the sort of thing. What was it so far? David Heckel directed it. Yeah, I think it was 5, which people didn't really like.
I actually like Saw 2's, I
Yeah,
think, is my favorite.
I loved Saw 2.
Just that needle death was a
Oh,
lot, man.
that there were scenes in that genuinely made my skin crawl.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
All right, man. Yeah, so we'll look
yeah,
forward to our next episode will probably do Chucky, but the episode after that will probably be Saw.
yeah,
Because probably the one after the next. I don't know yet because it don't come out till October 27th.
yeah.
So let's.
And
Do you plan on seeing it on the 27th or 28th?
27th, I plan to go first
Because I was gonna
showing.
say we got to record on the 28th then,
Yeah,
so this could be out before Halloween in October.
yeah.
Because then we're off to November, and we definitely got to do a Thanksgiving or some kind of
Oh, definitely.
or if you don't have those, do you have Blood Rage or some kind of Thanksgiving themed horror movie?
I'm sure I can find them.
Yeah, we'll work. Well,
Yeah.
we'll work it out. Like it's closer
Yeah.
to that. But the
Yeah.
next bit of news I got is, I mean, it probably won't matter to you because you're not into like records or anything. But One Way Static, which is like a horror soundtrack label,
Hmm.
they're releasing like deluxe editions of Necromantic and Der Toadsking from.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cool.
God, I can't even remember the guy's name.
Your
Yeah, Hugh Bucherite.
Yeah, I've never been able to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, I actually his movies I really wanted them when they came out,
Yeah.
but Necromantic and Necromantic 2 I didn't care for too much really. Just it was a little too artsy for me.
Yeah, I've only ever seen Necromantic 1. I've never picked up part 2, but
The
I kind of dug
reputation
it. But,
is
you know,
more yeah, they're cool, but they weren't as like
yeah,
they just it was a little too artsy for my taste. And then Der
yeah,
King was pretty good. It was all right.
yeah.
But his movie Shram, you heard of that about the serial killer?
I heard of that. Yeah, I've
That
heard
was
that's really good.
I love that one, man.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess it's based on a true story of a killer where he's from called the Lipstick Killer or something.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, this dude it literally shows he takes his dick and he's hammering nails into it. Like he
Ugh.
puts his dick on a table and he just I mean you could tell it's fake though when he's actually doing it.
Yeah, but
But it's still brutal to
it's,
look at it though.
yeah, it's one of those things, that you see it
Yeah.
and you know
Yeah.
what what they were going for.
You know what's cool about I've always like supporting that Jorg Buchreich too, because have you seen when he was making these movies? He was like young as hell, man.
Oh yeah, real young, and
Yeah.
like it was, you know,
And
I don't
FBI
think they
would like
were.
hound him to destroy the films and all that. And
Yeah, yeah, and like they had pretty much no budgets either, didn't they?
yeah, no, it was. I love that. That's what like is
Yeah.
the charm about it. You could tell they wanted to make it because they loved it.
Oh yeah, that's something I've always said. You know, I can forgive like a low budget movie if the
Passions there.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you can tell there's a love for the genre and everything, and you know I can forgive it.
yeah,
You know, and that's kind of like a perfect example. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
With this, yeah. So I'm definitely gonna pick those up just because I've been on a big record collecting kick, and
Yeah.
stuff like that'll go out of print and go for a lot of money.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But the next bit of news is Flatliners came out and it bombed hard. Like
Yep.
the tagline I saw was Flatliners Flatlines.
Yeah.
That was destined to fail when it came out, man. It's
It
just
was. It was. I mean, it's a movie that didn't need another one.
well, and I heard there was a lot of confusion because I guess Kiefer Sutherland said it's a sequel and all that stuff, and that's what he
Yeah.
was going out and saying, but it was actually a remake.
Yeah.
And A, who even talks about Flatliners anymore? And B, it's like the casting too, like Juno or Ellen Page from Juno and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
kind of a lacking thing, and it's just like this is the similar to like the Carrie remake. You know what I mean? Like something nobody
Yeah.
asked for, something nobody cares about. You know?
Yeah, and the problem is even if it's good, you know, people don't really
Yeah, and the cover
they
was
don't really care.
and the cover was about as average and forgettable as
Yeah.
just everything about it was destined to fail. So that was
Yeah.
my big surprise.
And also, let's be honest, I mean, think of when they've put it out. They put it out on the heels of it.
Well, yeah, that was the second part I was saying.
You know?
It's been out for a decent amount of time now. That hit before the hurricane hit here.
Yeah.
So it's been out for almost a month now, I feel like.
Yeah, and
Yes,
it's
still
number one again.
dominated one this week.
Yeah, I mean something took over for like the second week, I think,
Yeah.
as number one, but then it's come back and gone back to number one again. Over 500 million it's made worldwide.
Yeah, I can't wait for that sequel. But did you hear we have to wait all the way till September of
2019,
That
yeah.
sucks, man.
It does. But then again, you know, I'd rather they take their time and, you know, don't fall into the trap of what happened in the miniseries.
Yeah.
Where you have the weak second half and the really good first half. You know what? Yeah, take your time, make sure everything's good, make sure it just rocks, and I'll be happy with that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't wait, man. I have some more news about it too that you'll like. When
Okay,
we get
cool.
to releases because I actually found out a release date for it.
Oh, sweet.
But I'll just get it out of the way now. Actually, now that we're talking
Okay.
about it, because I went to FYE to buy that Conjuring record I was telling you about,
Yeah.
and the lady there who I've talked to because I go in there all the time to buy stuff, and she was like, "Oh, you're getting this record, whatever," and then she was like, "You know, the It vinyl soundtrack's coming out October like 16th or something." And it was like
Wow.
exclusive. One vinyl record's red and the other record's white.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it's pretty cool. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, I gotta get that. And then she was like, and another good issue was like, I just got wind that the It Blu-ray is coming out either December 10th or 11th.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's for sure coming out in December.
So looking forward to that. I got that pre-ordered already.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait, man. It's
Yeah.
got me worried a little bit that it's still dominating the box office right now.
Yeah.
Because what if they decide to keep it in theaters, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a smart thing to do to keep it in theaters, at least over the Halloween month, you know?
It's I did just realize we're still in October, so it'll probably run till if it runs till Halloween. That is a long time for a movie to be in theaters.
Yeah, but then again,
But
if it's bringing the money,
a month and a half though for the Blu-ray to come out, so it should be all good.
Yeah.
And if Warner Brothers is giving details like that to FYE, then
Yeah.
it's probably for sure coming in December.
Yeah.
Because she says their store got an email that it'll be coming.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, they're pretty trustworthy, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have those in Canada, don't you?
No, I've been to a few, like, over in the States when I've gone over a couple times, but,
They're good for used stuff, man, but
yeah.
new stuff, dude, they overcharge it bad.
Well, I tell you what, I went into one over there in the States once, and I was after Exorcist 3.
The Scream Factory or the DVD?
Yeah, the Scream Factory. And honestly, the guy that
It's
served me,
expensive there, man.
dude, he didn't even know what it was.
Wow. Dude,
And
yeah,
I'm like,
FYE, they
seriously?
hire, because it's all in the malls,
Yeah,
they hire young kids who don't have any clue of anything except, like, Katy Perry and Rihanna, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And you walk
Yeah.
into an FYE now, it's nothing but candy and toys, but not horror toys, like dumb stuff, like Doctor
Yeah.
Who and stuff like that. No offense if you like that, but
oh yeah, yeah. Doctor Who's pretty fun, I gotta admit.
yeah, but you know how like that kind of stuff is what's selling
Yeah.
now, and as a horror fan, that's not what I like to see.
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
want to go into FYE and see wrestler merchandise and just candy.
Yeah.
Like, why is candy in a you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in a movie store, they're downsizing the movies. Like they're getting rid of aisles of movies. To
Yeah,
make
that-
room for like Japanese candy. Like what the hell?
I don't get that. I really don't. You know.
Yeah, well, it is a mall, so whatever.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
a little kid hangout. So. But next piece of news that I'm actually really excited for, Robert Englund movie just got announced. I've never heard of, and this is the second time Scream Factory's done that for me, at least, because
Yep.
their Phantom of the Opera Blu-ray that came out years ago.
Oh yeah.
I had never
I
heard
love
of
that
that when
movie.
that came out.
That movie is that's one of my favorite Robert Englund movies, and it's actually one of his favorites as well.
Yeah, I like it, but
You know?
supposedly this movie,
Yeah.
I don't know if you told me this. Someone told me that this was supposed to be a sequel to Phantom of the Opera.
Originally, from what I've read and everything, it was originally conceived as a sequel to Phantom of the Opera,
Yeah,
but then it went like other ways, obviously, because I mean maybe they couldn't get the rights to it or whatever. But it could be interesting.
yeah. What's it called?
You know?
Dance Macabre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's essentially, it's got kind of like, like the Jollos where they're like a dance school and stuff.
Yeah,
so
like Suspiria and stuff.
Suspiria and so yeah.
The cover looked giallo looking.
Yeah, it definitely seems, at least to me, it seems to have a real Jollo feel to it.
Yeah. And then, so I'm excited for that because Scream Factory, I love when they release stuff that I've never heard of whatsoever. Like I remember there was one with, what the heck's that guy's name? It was called Jack's Back, and it had that James Spader and stuff in it, and I liked James Spader, and I remember going like, what the hell is this? But I actually really hated the movie though. So.
Oh, I know what you mean.
but it's cool.
It's
I'd never heard of it, but.
Yeah, it's good that they're willing to release this stuff that literally most people haven't heard of.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
You know,
I was watching. You ever heard of a show called The Blacklist that's on right now?
Yeah.
I was watching it for a little bit because I've always liked James Spader for some reason. He plays a really good douchebag. Like in Pretty in Pink and stuff like that. Remember all those teen movies, John Hughes movies?
Yeah.
But anyways, the next piece of news I got is X-Files is returning again.
Okay.
Did you see these new images? They released new posters for it. New season coming.
I haven't heard anything.
Did you watch the Return miniseries that came last year?
I didn't.
Are you an X-Files fan or not really?
I am and I'm not. There's a bunch of episodes I really like.
Are they the Monster of the Week type episodes?
Yeah. When it got kind of like to the last, like maybe like 4 seasons or so, I just completely lost interest.
Yeah. But is that when Robert Patrick was getting more big into it? And,
yeah. I still have no clue why he came in.
Yeah, I know.
You
know what I always liked about X-Files, though?
Mm-hmm.
Was seeing Mitch Pileggi.
Oh, he
He's
rocked.
in a lot of... He was, it's cool because I always seen him in Shocker and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, there were some like good characters in that show, and some interesting plots at times. There was that episode that Stephen King wrote.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it in years and years. I do want to go back sometime and watch the whole thing. But
Yeah.
that Blu-ray set costs like over $200. So
Yeah, I mean, how many seasons were there? Do you know?
9.
9 seasons. Yeah, over here they're about $15 a season.
For the Blu-ray?
Yeah,
That ain't bad. It's probably the same over here, like 50.
Yeah.
20.
that's not bad. I mean, I remember, I always remember. I like the episode. I can't remember what it was called, with the weird inbred family and everything.
Oh yeah.
I always like episodes that go kind of into like real human horror.
Yeah. Well, did you see the one where there was it was like a fish boy type thing or something, living in the sewers or something?
Yeah, I think so.
And like
I
some
can't remember that
company
one.
caught him, or it was weird, but. And then I remember
Yeah.
there was one where a dude could he could like change his shape of his body or something, like he could fit in real small places and everything, and.
Yeah, I seem to remember that. I don't know,
So this is for the people like X-Files. It's coming back, so a
Yeah.
lot of people are stoked for that.
Yeah,
Because it actually, X-Files was one that returned and people actually really dug, unlike Twin Peaks, which
Yeah.
returned and it sucked. And
Yeah.
nobody wanted it. But anyways,
yeah,
next thing came out of nowhere for me is Netflix has Stephen King's new movie, Gerald's Game.
yeah.
And I've
They
heard
always
pretty
said,
average things about it.
I don't know. Excuse me. I've always heard them say that movie, that book is unfilmable,
What do you think? Just because of the single location and it's
and like the subject matter and everything, that it would never get filmed, but it's been done.
yeah.
So I don't know.
This would probably be a good double feature with like Dolores Claiborne or something,
Yeah, probably.
like a Stephen King drama type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You gonna check this out or no?
I might.
I mean, you have Netflix, right?
Yeah, yeah. I might give it a shot, and see what I think.
Yeah.
Just simply because when they say something can't be filmed, and then someone films it, I want to see how they did.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Netflix. There's a show coming on Netflix too that I'm really excited for. Because I really like David Fincher. But have you seen the trailer for his new show? It's called like Mine Hunters or something. It's like
I
takes place.
think I have. Yeah, I think
back in
I've
the
seen
day,
the ad
they're
for
like-
that.
Something about serial killers or something.
Yeah.
But I always like David Fincher, so I'll check it
Yeah.
out for sure.
That's cool.
And then the next bit of news I got is The Mummy with Tom Cruise, that movie.
Yep.
Did you hear it's getting a video game tie-in?
Yeah, like a 16-bit
Oh, it's 16
video game.
stuff?
Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna rock
Oh,
a
I thought this was
16-bit.
going to be I thought this was like going to be like a legit release. You like go to GameStop or something to get.
I've just heard it's 16-bit. I don't know. Hopefully that isn't
Does
the
this
case.
sound like an awful idea to you, though?
It kind of does.
Like,
I mean,
what? Who in their right mind? Who would? I don't know. It's just, did the movie do that good to where they're like, let's get a video game sequel to it?
see, I didn't think it did. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I still haven't even seen it.
It's okay. The Blu-ray cover is horrible.
Yeah.
I will say that right now. I will go to my grave saying whoever designed that ought to be strung up and flogged. It was horrible.
You know, you can laugh too, but I actually really dig Tom Cruise. He's an entertaining actor to me.
Yeah. What annoys me about Tom Cruise is the fact that he's actually a good actor.
But he's just a douchebag.
Yeah, like if he sucked, I could just completely forget about him and and not care. But the fact of the matter is he's actually a pretty decent actor.
Yeah.
And then you see him in something, and you're like, damn it, like I saw him in what's it called? Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yeah. I never
You know,
saw that, but I heard a lot of people really like
that's
that.
a really good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I heard
You
it
know,
bombed in theaters, but people like word
it,
of mouth made that big on like video.
yeah, it's a good movie. You know, but it's one of those ones you have to like begrudgingly accept that he's not a horrible actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that is was it Emily Blunt in that?
yeah,
I've always found her really attractive too for some reason.
yeah, yeah. Well, she's got like a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the next bit of news I got is Terrifier is now making its festival rounds. So that means
Okay.
it'll probably be in our hands within the year.
That's cool.
Because when you start hearing like festival news, it usually means probably
Yeah.
within a year you'll get it.
Yeah. Well, on that same note, Song of Solomon's doing the rounds in the festivals.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, man.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
And what I wish, dude, is I didn't help with the Indiegogo or whatever they had going for it.
Yeah, me neither.
But
I wish
really
I had.
wanted
But...
to because one of the perks. Did you see that poster, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, I want that poster so bad, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a chance
love...
if they'll release that for. Like, I wonder if I just emailed what is it, Stephen Byro?
Yeah.
I wonder if I just emailed him if I was like, dude, let me just buy a poster, man. I wonder if he'd hook me up.
I don't know. He might. I mean, Stephen
to
Bureau's
try.
he's a pretty good guy. He's commented on my review of the first American Guinea Pig and everything, and so he interacts with the fans. So
That's pretty cool.
it's worth a shot.
Yeah, dude, have you seen the gore cover? Or no, I don't know if it's a gore cover, but she's like puking what looks like an octopus like tentacle
Oh,
over her mouth.
I love it.
I
I
know,
love it. I
dude.
really do.
I have a hard time. Like, what cover you like better, the painted one with the priest on it and stuff, or the puke cover?
I like the puke cover.
Dude, it just looks nasty, man.
It does. It
Just
looks.
the colorway they use, like it's like brown and black and everything.
I know. That's just going to be so good. I'm so looking forward to it.
I know,
And
man.
and apparently the reviews are stellar.
Yeah.
Like the film festival people are enjoying it. Like I think it debuted at Stitches, is that called? Stitches Film Festival? Something like that. And yeah, apparently it's been like overwhelmingly positive.
Wow. Yeah,
So
I'm excited for it. I like the
yeah.
first two, so.
Yeah.
I wonder how many they plan on doing with these things, the American.
From what I know, I think they plan just to end at 4,
Really?
to end after Sacrifice. But if it's popular,
I don't know if that's a
and
good
if
move.
yeah, I want to see it keep going.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, or
At
keep it
least
going
do a
as
same
like
amount as the
brand.
original series.
Yeah, or just keep it going like as a brand.
Yeah, man.
And just kind of like release. They don't necessarily have to be movies in like connected to the American Guinea Pig genre, but you could release like, I don't know, like say they got the rights to like Murder Set Pieces or something.
Yeah.
And then release that under the American Guinea Pig banner.
Yeah, they should definitely do that. Like
Yeah,
pieces of talent and stuff like that,
Yeah, like just find like super nasty, extreme stuff and make it almost like a sub-label
Yeah.
of Unearthed.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would. I love Unearthed films.
Yeah, dude. So by the way, when are you supposed to get your real gore collection?
I don't know. I mean, it was supposed to ship out. Well, they're supposed to get them in on the 26th of September, but I've heard nothing.
You haven't? They got an email from them or nothing?
No.
Where'd you
no.
pre-order it from? Diabolic?
Diabolic, yeah. And also, though, if you check on YouTube or whatever, like for unboxings or whatever, there aren't any.
I wonder if there may have been a delay or something.
There might have been.
You get Nancy to check them out, though?
No.
You're not?
Well, I am and I'm not. I am because I want to see them, but I'm not because I don't want them to be bad. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're worried you're going to get let down?
Yeah, because my hopes are pretty high.
Bro, Masks, man, is worth... Well, what did you pay for it? $50?
With shipping, about 50. Yeah.
Dude, Masks is worth that alone, man.
Okay, well, that makes me feel better.
I'm calling it right now, dude. I know you're excited for Orphan Killer.
Yeah.
You're gonna like Masks the best, man. Like, if you come back and say you like, oh, anything other than Masks the best, I'm gonna be shocked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know Mask has been getting a lot of people
A lot of
speak
people
really
are saying
highly
that's
of it.
movie of the year that came out. Like, I think
Yeah.
JP or Boods or someone from 22 Shots podcast
Mhm.
had it as like their movie of the year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Like I've said before, my main thing has always been the Orphan Killer, simply because I'd heard about it before.
Yeah.
Where Masks I hadn't really. But I'm looking forward to seeing all of them when.
Violent Shit,
Yeah.
the movie is really good too. There's a lot of cameos from
Yeah,
Italian
I know.
actors, and it's filmed.
I know
in
what's
Rome
his
and
name's
stuff.
in it, right?
Claudio Fagrassi.
Yeah,
And
and
then
that.
the dude from Cannibal
Yeah.
Ferox
Yeah,
is in it.
that Radici or something, whatever.
Plays Satan.
Does he?
Yep.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. And his
I've
mask.
always kind of liked him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in City of Living Dead as well.
Yeah. You know what actor
It's like
I
I
want to
got
see in
drilled.
more stuff, man? He's
Who?
always been one of my favorite cold actors. Is that Udo Kier?
Udo Kier, yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
He's got the look.
Definitely.
I mean, you could put him playing almost anything. Well, let's put it this way: anything slightly villainous.
Yeah, he has that look. He could be like a James Bond villain.
Oh, he'd be perfect as a James Bond villain.
Dude, but have you heard of a movie that came out a few years back called The Theater Bazaar?
Yeah,
And it had like
I've heard
Richard
of it.
Stanley did a segment, a few other people.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it, but I never saw it or anything. I never saw a
dude, it's
Blu-ray or DVD
really
release
good,
or
man.
anything.
It's really good. Like Richard Stanley, the dude who did
Yeah.
Hardware and Dust Devil, and
Yeah.
well, he did a segment called I think it's called like something, the Toad something, or Mother of Toads. That's what the segment was called, Mother of
Oh,
Toads.
okay.
And it's a witch story, bro. It's creepy, man.
That's cool.
But what I was getting with that, Udo Kier plays like the crypt keeper type thing.
Oh,
But
that's
he's
cool.
not a crypt keeper. It's like this woman goes into this abandoned theater house, and
Mhm.
he's like he looks really creepy, but it's an abandoned house. She's the only one there, and he's like introducing all the stories.
That's cool.
But there's one segment where this like homeless woman, like you think she's addicted to like heroin or stuff because she has all these
Yeah.
needles and she looks all strung out. But
Mhm.
what she does is she strangles people, and she like when a person's about to die, like when they're seeing their life flash through their eyes,
Mhm.
she like puts a needle in their eyeball and takes out fluid and then injects it into her eye, so she sees everything the person that was dying sees. So that's like her high.
That's kind of cool.
Dude, it's a really good anthology, man.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But the next bit of news I've got is Stephen King teases new Salem's Lot and The Stand adaptations.
That's awesome.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
You had said something about The Stand last time that you think it would get remade.
Yeah, I always thought The Stand is one of those things that needs to be remade.
Yeah.
And, it's what you look at stuff like, The Walking Dead and everything. It proves you can do like post-apocalyptic type stuff for television and everything
Yeah.
in long form stuff, and it works. So, The Stand, from what I've heard, they're planning it as like a TV series.
That's what they should do. And
Yeah.
they should have done that with The Dark Tower, too.
Yeah, well,
Made
they
that
are.
Like they're making it a show?
They're making a show of it, and apparently, from what Stephen King has said, it's actually working more as a reboot.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming that Idris Elba and
Idris
McConaughey
Elba's
aren't coming.
Idris Elba is in it.
Oh.
Yeah, he is playing his character and everything. I don't
I'm
think
surprised they would
Matthew
even-
McConaughey.
I wouldn't surprised they would even do anything like that. A, because the one bombed, and B, if they were going to do
Yeah.
it on TV, I would have thought they'd just start completely fresh, new cast, new everything.
It would probably be a good idea. I mean, but the fact of the matter is, Idris Elba was kind of awesome.
Yeah, I didn't
in the
see
Dark
it.
Tower. The movie itself, like I said, it was an okay fantasy movie,
Yeah.
but it didn't feel like a Stephen King story to me.
See, I haven't read the books, so it was kind of.
Yeah, I haven't
It
either.
just didn't, you know.
Yeah, it just seemed like an okay fantasy movie to me.
Yeah, I'll check it out when it comes out.
Yeah,
I
I
won't.
mean,
I'm actually not going to buy it, but I'll check it out on
yeah,
rental or something.
it's worth seeing. You
Yeah.
know, and if you see it cheap to buy, it's worth buying cheap. You know, like under $20, yeah, you can buy it at that. But you know, if they want over it, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my last part of news is Robert Englund wants Kevin Bacon to play Freddy in the new Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me ask you though, since this is my last part of news. Let me ask you, who, if you had to pick one person to play Freddy, who would it be?
Are we taking Robert Englund off the
yeah,
table?
definitely.
Then, and I might get some hate here, but I'm gonna say Jackie Earle Haley.
Are you for real, dude?
I liked what he did, but I would switch it up a bit. For one, I would get rid of like
The CGI, make it practical.
yeah,
his makeup.
I'd make it completely practical. I would tone down the burn makeup. I liked Jackie Earle Haley's burn makeup.
Did you like his voice and everything?
I thought it was okay, but I thought it was too different from his Freddy Krueger voice, you know, from like the live guy.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
it was
I
like,
didn't like the voice, man.
you know, well, let's be honest, it sounded like Rorschach,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, what I found kind of the problem was like it was, I don't know, it was like you heard him kind of talking in the scenes where he played just normal Fred Krueger.
Yeah.
You know, and his voice was so different as, you know, Freddy Krueger, the like dream demon type thing, you know,
Yeah.
and it was a bit of I don't know, I'd have toned the voice down a bit, you know, or even gotten rid of it altogether and had him not say a word.
Yeah.
How creepy would that been? Would that have been just to have like Freddy Krueger doing things but not saying anything? You know,
Yeah, that would be cool. Just
you know,
looking.
yeah, and like you'd see him and he'd just like be looking at you, and then all of a sudden he'd just start coming towards you. You know,
man.
there wouldn't be any talking or anything, and then maybe right at the end or whatever, you'd have him talk.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you know,
Like, welcome to primetime, bitch.
yeah, that was a great line. It really was.
Yeah. Dude, you know who I would always like to see as Freddy?
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. No, I'm just kidding. But,
The funny thing is, you've totally got me thinking about that right now.
just a chubby, short.
Yeah,
Freddy.
and it's like he runs at you and you just kick him. He falls over or something.
Oh, that's funny, man. No, but I actually, this question was asked on, I don't remember if it was like Exploding Heads Facebook group or something, some horror podcast Facebook group, and someone had said that, you know, that Caleb Landry Jones from
That name's
Antiviral, and he played the brother
Oh,
in
yeah,
Get
yeah.
Out. Remember that Jordan Peele movie?
Yeah,
He played the brother in that, and
yeah.
he would be someone said him, and he would be a pretty cool Freddy, I think.
I'd like to, honestly, if they do another Nightmare on Elm Street, I'd like to see them go in a completely different direction with them. I'd like to see them go with something like Javier Botet.
Yeah.
You know,
I
something
still,
completely different.
after hearing Peter Jackson's
Mm-hmm.
script, I love that script he put to where
His-
people fall asleep on purpose to go fuck with him.
Yeah, and essentially he's like so beat down and everything that people go in, they just like kick his ass, and
Yeah, and he
do
manages
it-
to somehow kill one on
yeah,
somehow, and then it sparks the fear. Yeah, that's a good plot, man. And
It
you could
is.
have Freddy come back as that, you know?
Definitely.
Or Robert Englund.
yeah. Well, one thing I always liked, and I really wish they'd done more with, you know, in Freddy versus Jason,
Yeah.
in that one dream sequence where Freddy comes up out of the water and he's like all like demonic. His
Is it like
skin's all
slow-mo?
red.
Is it like slow-mo where he jumps like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style?
Kinda, but when he comes out, like, like all his like skin is like bright red, and he's got like almost like demon-looking ears and
That's
stuff.
towards the end, right, on that dog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd like to see more like that. I would like to see another form of Freddy, you know?
Yeah.
Like you have your standard version, like the jokey thing and everything. I'd like to see him really pissed off.
Yeah. Did you like
You know?
the European look he had in New Nightmare?
I really kind of liked that look. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was one of those things. It was a different take on the standard character. You know?
Yeah, I couldn't stand that glove though, man. They
Yeah.
added a knife on the thumb too with that glove.
See, that annoyed me more than anything else.
Yeah.
I liked the finger blades. I liked the overall look, but that thumb claw,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. That.
Yeah, I like his
know?
trench coat too and everything in it. Though.
Yeah. Trench coats are just awesome.
Yeah.
Just as a fashion statement, I love trench coats.
I couldn't rock it though.
Yeah, I've rocked a trench coat since I was like 13 years old,
Yeah.
and I always remember. Yeah, well, let's put it this way: I used to wear a black trench coat
Yeah.
to school
During your Columbine days.
at the time
just kidding.
when Columbine happened. Yeah, and
Didn't they walk into school wearing trench coat and all?
oh yeah, they came in complete like Matrix style, you know, you know. Those guys, man.
Were they all looking at you like you were crazy when that happened?
A little bit, but people knew me, you know, and everything, so they knew I wasn't going to go off like that. But like, they almost kind of ruined trench coats for people.
Yeah, but then Neo brought it back.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like also, you know, that's something I've always thought. Certain things get ruined. Like, I think it's a stupid look, but think of Hitler's mustache.
Yeah.
Could anybody nowadays ever wear that mustache again?
Yeah, just call it the Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, but people would still be saying like, "Why are you wearing a Hitler mustache?"
Yeah.
You know, he essentially ruined that particular style. Though it could be argued that style's better off dead. You know.
Yeah.
But you know that happens sometimes. You know, things get completely ruined, and that was almost the case with black trench coats.
Yeah, and Billy Ray Cyrus ruined the mullet for everyone.
Yeah, he did completely.
Miley Cyrus ruined twerking for everyone.
I think Miley Cyrus ruined everything for everyone. Yeah.
It's funny. Every
She kind of
protest here just hold a sign that says "fuck Miley Cyrus."
Yeah, there you go. And I mean, I kid you not, both sides of whatever protest it was, they would all rally around you. They'd be like, yes. Like, you know, like the Black Lives Matter and like the racist people, they'd be clashing, and then they'd see the sign, they'd be like, you know what? We disagree on everything, but that we all agree with.
They get a Nobel Peace Prize from Donald Trump.
Oh man, yeah. And then you'd go up and get it, and he'd be like, this is the Nobel Peace Prize that I made with my hands. Here you go.
Oh man.
I feel honored. Oh man.
It's just it's just a golden fucking twerking butt.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
statue.
Yeah. So I've got just 4 little pieces of news.
All right.
One kind of falls under releases, but I'll get it out of the way now. Scream Factory is going to be releasing Piranha 2.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
So-
James Cameron's first movie.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly like it. I think it's cheesy fun.
What's the tagline? Is it the hatching or something like that?
The spawning, I
The
think it's called.
spawning, yeah.
I just love it that they have flying piranha.
Yeah,
at one
man, I'm
point.
gonna pick it up, dude. You know what's
So-
weird? I'm gonna pick up the OG one too because I know
Yeah.
this is travesty, but I haven't seen the original Piranha.
The original Piranha is really fun.
Yeah, I love the Alexandra Aja version.
Oh, so do I. I mean,
I love that movie. That was one of
Yeah.
the most fun movies I ever seen in my life, dude.
yeah. Well, I tell you what, I like the sequel.
Yeah, Double D.
You know, because it doesn't try to be something it's not. It doesn't try to be some serious, like environmental picture or anything. It's a movie about killer fish.
Yeah.
It knows it's a movie about killer fish. It doesn't try to be anything else.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked for Piranha 2, though.
Yeah.
I'm just anxious to
I've
see
always
James
liked it.
Cameron's first movie.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago, and I always remember I liked it.
Yeah. I
You know,
like the cover
it's
art, too.
oh, the cover art's like classic. It's the sort of thing you know exactly what you're going to get when you see that cover art.
Yeah, man.
You know you're not going to get like Oscar caliber stuff, but So there was that. Also, The Mist has been canceled.
The show?
Yeah.
Like I say, it's not like I didn't see that coming, though.
Yeah, me neither. I never watched it.
I watched the first 2 episodes and did not like it at all.
I didn't even watch that. I mean, the fact of the matter is this, I have always liked the movie of The Mist.
One of the greatest endings of all time.
Oh, it's perfect. And even Stephen King has said that if he was writing it today, he would have written that ending.
Yeah.
Because he likes it just so much more. But it's something I try not to watch a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those movies like Martyrs, where it had such an impact the first time I saw it. I always get the feeling if I watch it again, it's going to lose the impact.
Yeah, and you won't look at it as good.
Yeah. Okay, a couple more things. Apparently there's a possible Scanners TV series in the works.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, especially if they do the exploding head stuff. You need to do it.
Yeah, and people hate Scanners 2 and 3. I love Scanners 2 and 3.
Scanners is just fun. It's one of those movies. It can be hit or miss at times. I'm talking about the original one.
Yeah.
Just because, there are you get that exploding head right at the beginning. Then you get I think it's 45 minutes where nothing really happens.
Yeah, Scanner, are you talking about Scanners 1?
Yeah.
It is a slow movie. That's why I like the first 2, or the second 2 better than the first one, actually.
Yeah. Have you ever seen In the Mind's Eye?
Yeah, I have it. I like that a lot, man.
I haven't.
From
I
the
haven't
dude
watched
that
it
played
yet.
Almost Human.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but I've always heard people say, it's the Scanners movie that we never got.
Well, that's what it says on the cover. It's a quote on the case.
Yeah.
Dude, the cover, I got that at Best Buy on Blu-ray. The cover art was the reversible cover art on it. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cover art on the front when you get it is kind of shitty, man. It kind of throws it off, but dude, when you reverse it, cover art's banging, man.
That's cool. And also there's a new movie coming out called Cold Moon. And I watched the trailer for it. It's actually showing some potential.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, apparently it's based on a book. I'm trying to remember what the book's called, but apparently it's like a really popular horror story. Apparently, let's just see here if I can find the Cold Moon movie. I'm just trying to. Here it is. Come on, Wikipedia. There we go. If blah 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 blah. Oh, here we go. Based on the novel Cold Moon Over Babylon by Michael McDowell.
Michael McDowell, the actor? Oh, I'm thinking of Malcolm.
Yeah, not Malcolm McDowell. No, and apparently it takes place in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Some girl goes missing or whatever, and then turns up dead, and there's ghost hauntings and stuff. I just saw the trailer. Oh, it's from the writer of Beetlejuice. For what that's worth.
Yeah, I don't know, ain't worth a whole
Yeah.
lot. Florida has me more intrigued than that.
Yeah, it's in the tiny town of Babylon, Florida. That's where it takes place, apparently.
Yeah, I've
If
never
that's
heard of
even a
that.
real place, I don't know. I think it looks good. I mean, I think there's some potential there, you know?
And this is horror?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
at the very least, it's a drama horror film.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I saw the trailer and I thought, that looks actually quite interesting, So we'll have to see,
It's
obviously.
called Cold Moon?
Yeah. It's it's showing some potential, so we can but hope, right?
Yeah, man. So you got more news?
Nope, that's it for news.
Alright, man. So we're going to move on to releases here.
Yep.
I just read that Turbo Kid is having a 2-year anniversary box set.
Oh.
I never picked up the original release of it, so I'll probably pick this
Yeah.
up because I've heard a lot of good things about that.
So have I. I've seen the Blu-ray around like this in the Steelbook and everything,
Yeah.
but I've just never been inclined to pick it up.
I like
don't
that
know why.
aesthetic of it though, like kind of like Rad meets Mad Max, kind of. You still there, man?
Free also.
Yeah, I think audio went out there for a second.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, from what I know, I think it's supposed to be pretty like violent and quite.
Yeah, and I heard the villain is the dude from Scanners.
Yeah. Oh, what's his name?
God,
I know
can't
who you mean.
remember- I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He's one of those
He was in
actors.
Total Recall and stuff like that.
Yeah, you put him in anything,
And it's
you know.
better.
Yeah, he was in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
God,
played
I
that
can't remember
teacher.
that dude's name.
Oh, that's gonna annoy me now.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
so we got that up. If it's not,
Yeah.
if it's about $20, I'll pick it up. 20,
Yeah.
25. If it's some big box set, I mean.
Yeah, that.
I had Piranha 2, which you mentioned. All right, Amityville Awakening comes out this month on Blu-ray.
I'm actually gonna pick it up
Yeah, so am I.
because I saw the trailer, and I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
It's-
I've been
it
dying to
showed some
rewatch.
potential.
I've been dying to rewatch Amityville 1 through 3, anyways. So
Yeah, I love part 3.
yeah, part 2 I think is the best.
Part 2 is the best, like storyline wise and everything. There's just something about 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I always like that cover with like
Oh, the hand.
claw coming out of the house and everything. Yeah, I always liked part 3.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was actually considering picking up the box set, the Blu-ray box set.
I'm going to this at some point this month. I'm picking that Scream Factory
Yeah.
setup.
I'm
I'm shocked
screwed
it's not
up
out of
big
print,
time.
dude.
Yeah, I screwed up big time though.
What do you mean?
I saw it about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, and it was going for $39.99
In person, you saw that price?
in person.
And you didn't snatch that up?
No, because I thought, okay, that's the price it's going for. That's kind of what it's going to stay at. They always have copies here.
Yeah.
So I went there this past week. It's now $79.99.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
What is it on your Amazon?
I'll take a look right now.
Because Amazon here, I think last time I checked, it was like $43.
Yeah, see, that's
But
quite
that's what it's
reasonable.
been since the thing been released,
Yeah,
Like, I'm not worried about it going up in price.
yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing. Amityville Horror. Here we go. Come on, Blu-ray. 67.
Well, what's the
Yeah.
DVD set go for? Because there's
The
that
DVD
set with
set?
the 3 in it.
Yeah, $8.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's cheap as hell.
Yeah, and I have the old DVD set. You remember the MGM one, the 4-disc, had parts 1 to 3, and like
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Has that bonus disc with 2
Yeah.
documentaries on it?
yeah. I still have that one. I've just kind of
I
I'd like
found
to
that set at FYE brand new for $9.99,
that's awesome.
and then I looked it up. You know that thing's out of print.
Is it really?
Yeah, that MGM DVD set's out of print.
Wow. I guess they must just have some floating around, or
Yeah, I think that's like FYE. When you see stuff real cheap,
Holy
it's gonna go out of
crap!
print.
I just checked here on Amazon Canada.
Yeah.
It's going for $95.16 for that set.
Shit, you might as well sell your set and get the Blu-ray set of it.
Yeah, I could afford it at that.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I was saying. Like, I found it at $10, and when I found out it was like worth a lot, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, oh wow. Someone's selling a paperback of the book for $399.
Of Amityville?
Yeah, I have that in hardback. I'm like,
I have the mass paperback edition I got for like $6 on Amazon.
yeah, this is I don't know. Maybe this is like a first printing or something
It's
from
gotta be,
1979.
But even then,
Yeah.
a first
Yeah.
printing from '79, that's not that old, man.
No, and hell, you can buy the mass market paperback of it for $309.
Yeah, you could buy like a first edition of like Moby Dick for $300.
Yeah, hell, you can get the Amityville Horror with library binding, so like the hard binding and everything for $22.
Wow.
So who the hell would pay $399? I mean,
It's got to be who wrote that? Jay Anson.
Jay Anson.
It has
The
to have
funny
his
thing-
autograph or something.
It could be. The funny thing about Jay Anson, you don't really. Some people say he's dead.
Yeah.
Some people say he never existed, that he's like the pseudonym for another author. Some people say he's still writing books. I have no clue.
Well, what it was is I think there's something to do with it. I think he had like exclusive rights or something for that whole story.
Yeah.
Like the Lutzes went to him exclusively for like the rights or something.
Yeah.
Something weird. I don't know.
And he just kind of came out.
Yo, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut out again there. That was weird.
That's weird. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are there any other people in your house using Wi-Fi or no?
No, not right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll back to these releases though. I know
Yep.
Scream Factory is releasing American Gothic. That's coming out real soon. You picking that up?
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna try to find that because I've always kind of liked that movie.
Yeah, I don't have a DVD copy of it either, so I'm glad to pick
Yeah.
that up. And this one, I'm still the next announcement here.
Mm-hmm.
The Scream Factory doing the Silent Night Deadly Night with the exclusive NECA figure.
Yeah.
Dude, the packaging for that figure is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to pre-order it, but like $65, bro, is a lot, man.
I know. It is a lot, and it's one of those things you can't help but think.
You know how much that figure is going to be worth, though?
Yeah, because it is an exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, there's only a certain amount made, and I think that's literally the only Silent Night Deadly Night figure ever.
I would assume so. I mean, it's a sort of movie that's big in like the horror community,
Yeah.
but the average person it's not big among normies.
Yeah.
So
And the thing is, too, when I buy stuff like that, I mean, it is cool to say, oh, this is going to be worth a fortune. But
Yeah.
I don't ever plan on selling it, you know what I mean? So
I
then
hear
I
you.
just look at it as like, well, let's say 60. I think it's like 65 or 70. But let's
Yeah.
say it costs $60. The Blu-ray
Yeah.
costs $20. Then you look at it as, okay, is a little Billy figurine worth $40 to me?
Yeah, I
Nah.
mean it's just, and when all's said and done, it's a figure of a guy in a Santa suit.
Yeah, I'd rather put that money towards like a 12-inch, 1/6
Yeah.
scale.
Yeah,
They
get
released
like
a
a
1/6
pinhead or
scale.
something,
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. They released a 1/6 scale of Michael Myers from Halloween 6.
Yeah,
Dude, and oddly enough, that's my favorite Halloween movie out of the whole franchise.
it could. Yeah, it's one of the better sequels.
Yeah, especially now that we have the producer's cut and stuff. But I want to get that figure,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah, have you seen that the producer's cut's getting a limited theatrical release?
Really.
Yeah,
That would be badass to go to. When's
It-
this
it
supposed to
would.
go down?
I'm not sure exactly. I know There was a poster of it that I had downloaded.
Oh, I think I did see the poster. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
I doubt it's going to be at a theater near me, though.
Yeah, here we go. Halloween 6.
I would love to see that in theaters, man.
So would I. I saw it when it first came out theatrically.
Really?
Yeah. And,
Were you disappointed when you first saw it?
yeah, I was.
The only thing I don't
I
like
expected better.
how they make Michael Myers kind of like Bane. And the last act of that, like Bane from Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
really cheesy. Remember they like pump
Yeah.
him with the dude. It's like the movie got real cheesy at the end.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, it's at a Cinema Arts Center in Huntington, New York.
So it's one of those one location things.
Looks like it, but apparently if you go there, you get like a T-shirt, a two-sided poster, and a temporary thorn tattoo.
Oh, that's sick. My next tattoo? I'm
Mm-hmm.
probably going to get a real thorn tattoo.
I've always thought that's kind of neat looking.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd get it on my wrist like Michael Myers, but
Yeah.
probably might as well. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I would too. My wrists are a bit full, but
yeah.
I
don't have any
definitely do it
tattoos on
again.
my hands except my fingers. So,
Yeah,
but that's about it. So I could get it on my wrist.
yeah, and I'm sure that wouldn't be very expensive either, would it?
$50 at the most, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you're doing 3
Yeah.
lines.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like the idea of getting like symbols tattooed on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I got
get
like
one too of like how Sam Hain is written. You know what I mean?
oh yeah. Yeah, that's something I've always kind of liked, the idea of like symbols as tattoos and everything.
Yeah. Well,
I got
most
like
of
the
mine are.
elder sign on my arm, and I got the unicursal pentagram on the other arm, and
Well, you
some
can say, like, I
fun
got like the
stuff.
Misfits Fiend skull and stuff, so I guess that would be considered a symbol.
Yeah, I love the Fiend skull.
Yeah,
Always.
that was my first tattoo ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, man, this month too, we're also seeing the release of Darkman 2 and 3.
That's cool.
Collector's editions. You getting them or?
I think I probably will. I have the old Universal Blu-ray of the first one.
Oh, so you
So
don't
I-
even have the Scream Factory.
I don't
of
have the
first
Scream Factory one, no. But it's one of those things because the picture quality's really good on the Universal, and it's like, do I really want to...
one. Double dip.
Yeah, I mean, it's Darkman. It's not like it's Halloween or something.
Yeah, but you think you're gonna pick the 2 and 3 up?
Yeah, because I've never owned those.
Yeah. I love that subtitles like "Die Darkman Die."
That's awesome. You can't make titles like that anymore.
No.
Could you imagine if they did like the new Saw movie, like Die Jigsaw Die?
Yeah.
It'd be like,
That
someone
was
like
it was a
get like
90s thing for
offended or
sure.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone would be like, "You can't say that. I'm triggered."
Yeah, man. Dude, liberals ruining everything.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
didn't mean that to anybody liberal listening, but
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, the problem is, a lot of people. This is something I've noticed.
don't give a shit. The news makes it seem like everyone gives a shit, but
Yeah.
ain't
most
no one
people,
I met gives a shit, dude.
No. And I mean the only people that get offended, really, let's be honest, are people who want attention.
Yeah. It's
You know?
dumb, or just protesting because they want to protest or whatever.
There's a lot of people that do that.
I live
Yeah.
in Sarasota. There's a lot of old people here. Ain't nobody protesting here, so it's cool with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know what? If people want to protest, go for it. Have fun. Do what you want. But, people don't care.
Yeah, and everybody's talking about the football, too. It's like, I could care less about football before all that happened, so,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, definitely. I've never been a fan.
Yeah, I thought
You
it was
know?
dumb, so it was like, people are tripping, like, everyone's like, I refuse to watch it now. It's like, well, good.
and
Because that's the worst is when you see on
Yeah.
TV something's supposed to be on, then you go to that channel and there's a goddamn game on.
oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I know, man.
And also, the sort of thing is, let's be honest. Does anyone really care what some football players think?
I know. Like,
Is it honestly? Does anyone think it's honestly going to make a difference if a bunch of football players don't stand for the national anthem?
nobody. What the only thing they're doing is literally just taking money out of their pockets. I mean, like
Yeah.
DirecTV and stuff sent us a letter in the mail saying if we have the NFL ticket, which is their thing to watch all games or whatever,
Yeah.
if you got that and you say you're canceling because of the protests or whatever, they'll give you
Yeah.
a full refund, and it's like $300 for it or whatever. It's like, damn, like these football players are messing up. And I guess
Yeah.
at all the games, like half the seats are empty now and stuff. And I
Yeah.
guess like there's a restaurant here in Sarasota, some hot dog place, and they have all these burn barrels, and they say if you come over and burn all your NFL stuff there, they'll give you free hot dogs and stuff.
Well, it'd probably be worth it just for free hot dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably go find a bunch of NFL stuff like, hey, here, I'll burn this. Give me food.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
here's like a jersey. Chuck it in. Like, come on.
Yeah, man. Dude,
Yeah.
hopefully
Well-
NFL comes to an end soon.
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
But next release is Death Dream by Blue Underground. Now, I've
Yeah.
really been liking Blue Underground because they're doing the 3-disc special editions on everything now.
Yeah, I love that.
Like Manhattan Baby, they're doing everything, man. All of Dick Moss's new movies, like Amsterdam, The Lift Down.
Yeah.
This is one I've never even heard of, Death Dream, but it's in
No.
a 3-disc limited thing. But one thing I don't know if you buy a lot of Blue Underground.
I buy a few. I mean,
Have you been messing with any of these collector's editions, 3-disc, like the soundtrack and all that stuff?
I've got a few of them,
Yeah.
you know, but not like, you know, I don't go out of my way to get them.
Yeah. I know Deathline was another one that's in that.
Yeah, that's one I want to pick up.
But this company though,
Hmm.
it's one of those things where I now with Blue Underground I gotta wait a month or two before I buy any of their titles because the Stendhal Syndrome,
Yeah.
Deathline, and Amsterdam, all three of them had authoring issues upon release.
Yeah.
So it's like there's something up with their whatever's they're using, like their
Yeah.
machining or something. There's something wrong because they're all
Yeah.
3 releases in a row. You got to mail in to get your replacement disc and all that.
Yeah.
Forget all that, dude. I'd rather just wait 3 months, 4 months, wait to see if what's going on, and then just buy it then.
Yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing.
Because they're not selling out. I mean, they'll be available. I mean,
Yeah.
Manhattan
I mean-
Baby came out a year and a half ago, and it's still available, same price.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of weird, you know, in that, you know, well, for one thing, a company like that shouldn't be having this many problems.
Yeah, especially when you're paying close to $25, $30 for a release.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand if it's something they just got, like, and they're rushing it out the door because people really want it or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, like, you know, a lot of their stuff is well, hell, let's be honest, all of their stuff is really their catalog titles.
Yeah, man.
You know, they're all ones that have been released before. So, yeah, you can do a great job on it and everything, but it's still an older title, right? So make sure you get it right.
Yeah, man. They should have someone proofing them all too before they go out too.
Yeah. I mean, or at the very least, you know, like every box of them that go out at least one should be checked.
Yeah, definitely. Because when you're paying $25 for it, that's annoying to have to email a company for them to send you a replacement disc and all that. You know what I mean?
And then
especially
the hoops
when
you gotta jump
pre-ordering's the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah.
They want you to pre-order it so goddamn bad, you know?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what I hate though. They want you to jump through hoops.
Yeah.
It's like okay, you need a replacement disc. You email us. You show us your like receipt.
Yeah,
you show us
it's
like how
crazy,
this.
man.
You give us your firstborn son. Yeah, you know you. I don't know.
That's why with Blue Underground, my new rule with
Yeah.
them is I wait a month or two.
It's a good idea. At the very least, you know, get like a few reviews out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, and then you see if you really want to shell it out.
Well, a lot of reviewers too are saying with like Amsterdam and stuff, like the issue's there, but some people are like saying, "Oh, it's only a few seconds long," and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But the point is, I don't want it there a few seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I
Well,
paid $25 for Deathline on Blu-ray, I want the best possible thing. I don't want to have to deal with like 10 seconds of crap. You know? I know
Yeah.
that's nitpicky to say, but it's like, dude.
oh, I know what you mean. You've paid out your hard-earned money.
Yeah,
You know.
it's like if you're gonna give me a half-assed product where there's 20 seconds of intense
Yeah.
blocking and stuff, then take $7-8 off the release.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know there was supposedly an audio problem with the Halloween box set, but
Yeah, it was Halloween. It was
it was
Halloween
4.
5. It was 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Yeah.
And it was like the audio was off for like that was like a 20-minute problem though.
See, the thing is, I've never noticed it. So
Well,
maybe
some of them didn't have it. Only half of them had it. Half of them didn't.
yeah, I must have got lucky then because I pre-ordered mine and got it like it came out. They shipped it the day it came out. Sort of
Now,
thing.
you got the 15 disc, right? Because that's the only one that had the problem.
Yeah, the big hard
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, I got mine when it came out. I didn't pre-order it, but I picked it up at Best Buy, and I had no problems with it.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, though, with that release, though, that Halloween, I think it's 1 from Rob Zombie,
Yeah.
the disc art is like Australian disc art and stuff.
Yeah.
It's got like one of them foreign rating tags on the disc and everything.
Yeah. All I can think is maybe they would just like ran out.
It's weird, man.
Yeah, maybe it was just like, hey, we need some more. Like, well, we got a bunch of these ones. Like, okay, bring them in.
Yeah, dude. Them black cases, though, is what I love, man.
Oh, they're sweet. I had to swap out one of them.
Oh, really? What one?
The one on Halloween 1. Mainly because I have a DVD copy of like the extended cut of Halloween.
Yeah.
Like the TV cut, and I wanted that in the box, so I had to swap it out for one with more disc space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the next...
I just kind of wish, though, that those disc cases had been not eco cases.
Yeah. I know what you mean. But, dude, those covers look so classy with the black, though.
They do. And then again, also, let's be honest, with the quality of the box,
Yeah.
you can put eco cases into those, and they're not going to get damaged.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
But this next release is one I'm not excited for because Arrow is releasing a steelbook for Donnie Darko. It has the same cover art as the box that I have, except the only problem is I think the steelbook doesn't have the director's cut, where the box I have has like director's cut and the theatrical cut.
Yeah, I got the UK Blu-ray. Same.
Have both cuts.
Yeah, got both cuts, and everything. So, I like steelbooks, but I'm not going out of my way to.
See, I'm not a big steelbook fan, but B, it's the first box set, the one I have. It's still available. Like it's still only $35. It's a beautiful set. It's thick. It has Donnie Darko written in like silver writing, and it's literally a beautiful heavy duty set. And who in their right? I mean, a lot of people like steelbooks though, so I don't get it, but like a lot of people do, so they're doing that.
Yeah, I like steelbooks. I just think it's neat to have a bit of a different type of case.
Yeah.
Not just your standard Blu-ray case. I also like the fact, if I'm going to be paying a good amount for a movie, that I get. It's not just like a generic everyday case.
Yeah.
So I like stuff like that, but it's too soon for a Donnie Darko steelbook.
Yeah, man. Like I said, at least Arrow, Arrow, they put a steelbook for Bride of Reanimator. They at least waited like a year after that box set came out. Remember, they had the deluxe edition.
Yep.
So that thing was out of print for months and months before that steelbook came out.
Yeah.
And the same with Society. They put out the Society steelbook, but that box set been out of print for at least a year.
Yeah, I mean,
this
that's
Donnie
what you
Darko
need to
thing
do,
just only came out. The box set only came out 3 months ago. Like I said, I could buy it on Amazon for $35 all day long. So.
Yeah. See, maybe had they released it at the same time.
Yeah, like gave someone a choice.
Yeah, so it could have been, like, look, we got like a steelbook, we got the big box set thing, we got like a standard edition. Make your choice. I sound like Jigsaw. Make your choice. It's the sort of thing. Maybe that was the original plan, perhaps, and they just kind of didn't do it.
I think they're just
know.
milking it for all it's worth, because if you think about it, you got the copy you have, which has the slip cover and everything.
Yeah.
There's the copy I have, which is actual box with like the individual things for the director's cut and everything.
Yeah.
And then now there's the steelbook, so I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a strange choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another release coming out in a few days, which I'm really excited for, is the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Oh yeah.
It's finally coming. I'm gonna buy that for sure.
Yeah.
And then Mondo is releasing a Hellraiser steelbook, which is the only steelbook I'll probably buy.
It's a beautiful looking steelbook.
Yeah, man. I think I have a very, very few steelbooks. Like I have Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on steelbook, and
are those the ones with like the
blue and purple?
Yeah, like I have the same. I think I have
Best
the
Buy.
The ones that have like the Mondo art or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Flash
those too.
art or whatever it's called. Yeah, I got that, and I think Texas Chainsaw. Like I said, that's about it. I don't really mess with steelbooks.
I find, with steelbooks, it's like sometimes there's been times, I kid you not, I've gone in to buy the Blu-ray, and the steelbook has actually been cheaper.
Yeah.
In those cases, I buy the steelbook, whether I like the movie, enough to get it or not.
Yeah.
It's happened a few times. But I find mainly when I pick up a steelbook, it's for a movie I really like.
Yeah, what I do like about steelbooks too is you get that most of the time you get that inside artwork.
Yeah.
Those Ghostbusters ones though, I don't think have any artwork in the inside.
No. Yeah, I actually ended up with those. I ended up doing a video on how to put the outside J sleeve, how to put it into the inside so that people can
with the Ghostbusters
have it on the inside. Yeah.
Wow. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's quite easy, but it's scary to do.
Yeah.
Because you're prying this thing up, and you're like, I don't want to break it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do it.
Yeah.
But Arrow has Arrow's releases this month or their most recent batch of announcements are really bad. Like Carrie, they have a deluxe edition, which I like their cover better than Scream Factory.
Yeah.
It's UK only.
Yeah.
And they announced House and House 2 in single editions.
Yeah. One thing about those, in the UK, they're doing all 4.
I know, dude. Like, I wish they would have... Dude, those are the 2 I want, are the 3 and 4, man.
Yeah.
Although Scream Factory, I think, already released 4 under the horror show.
Yeah. I mean, since I have an all-region player, I'll probably pick them up at some point.
Yeah. But this makes me wonder, what is Arrow doing, dude? Like, everything they announce now is a reissue. House 2 is the box set, which is still available on Amazon for $40. And then they released the Malatesta's Carnival of Blood or whatever, The Witch That Came from the Sea, and The Premonition, which were the 3 from that American horror project.
Yeah.
That box set's still... It's like, dude, everything's a reissue.
I think, like, the thing with the box sets, where they're... Like the American Horror Project one, for example, there are probably people who don't want to pay for all of them.
Yeah, like they just want Carnival of Blood or something.
Yeah, so I can't fault them for that. I think it's a pretty good idea, and like at least over here, for example, like that box set is like something like I think it's like $80 or something.
You think it's a good idea to
So
have your whole month's releases be reissues though? Like,
no,
wouldn't you rather them have them like span it out? Like
they
maybe
should.
this
They
month
should.
reissue the House movies, but then have 3 brand new titles. And then
Yeah,
the next month reissue the American Horror Project and 2 other
yeah.
titles. You know.
That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
one thing, my last release part here
Mhm.
actually has Arrow going up a little bit too, because this month sees the release of that Arrow book I really wanted to get on the Blair Witch.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
comes out in a few days. I'm going to order that because speaking of Blair Witch, man.
hmm
No, you already know Blair Witch is like one of my favorite movies of all time, and
Yeah,
I love the Adam Wingard version equally, if not more.
yeah.
You know, when I got paid Friday, I went on Mondo.com, like their actual website, and looked
Yeah.
at some of their records.
Yeah,
They, because like I said, I've been on a kick buying horror vinyl.
yeah.
I ordered Adam Wingard's score for Blair Witch on, you know, most of these companies are on colored vinyl, and they usually have a name
Yeah,
like The Fog is like Fog White or something stupid like that.
yeah,
Well, this one, it's like the cover, it's like black, and it has the stick figure thing on the front. And
Yep.
when you open it up, like the gatefold is really creepy. It's like a picture of the woods with all those stick figures hanging and stuff.
That's cool.
But it's funny. I'm expecting like a colored vinyl, right? But it says, it's funny, the name it says, for the first time ever, Adam Wingard's score pressed on Black as Night vinyl.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
god!
wow, dude. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, it fits the movie good, black, you know, nighttime. But it's like, dude, did you really just
Yeah.
try to make just black sound that like good? Like,
Yeah.
This is Black as Night vinyl.
Yeah, it's 3 shades darker than the normal vinyl.
Dude,
Oh.
but I'm stoked to get that, man.
Yeah, I mean that had some good, you know, like a good soundtrack to it. You know.
Yeah, that's what I heard. The whole soundtrack's just like sounds of trees cracking and cackling
Well,
and stuff like that.
That's
So
cool.
That's what I want, though.
Yeah.
Just creepy, man.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
they-
tell you what. Have you ever heard the soundtrack to American Guinea Pig, Bouquet of Guts and Gore?
No.
It's literally about like an hour and a half of just like just like that, like weird little like noises and whatever. I don't get it. I still have it, but you know, I don't get it.
Dude, it's funny. This Conjuring soundtrack,
Yeah.
it let me see if I could turn it up. You could hear this a little bit. Dude, it's like the same sound throughout the whole thing. Like that, you know that opening sound when the Conjuring
Yeah.
font comes up? It's like,
Yeah.
hold on. Like, you hear that?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole record is just that sound.
That's still kind of cool though.
Yeah, dude, it's a creepy sound though, man.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
anyways, and then Arrow's really starting a record line too, and they're releasing pieces on soundtrack on clear vinyl,
That's cool.
and it's coming with an actual puzzle of, you know, that naked woman puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
All
I've
right.
always liked Pieces. That's a good movie.
I love that movie. Do you got the Grindhouse version?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. I love that. I
Any movie that has, you know, a police officer asking, like holding up a bloody chainsaw and saying, "Do you think this could be the murder weapon?"
yeah, man. Dude, my favorite scene is that
I
waterbed
love it.
scene, though, man.
Yeah. It's one of those just, you know, no one's going to accuse it of being high art.
Yeah.
You know, we know full well. You're getting a movie called Pieces. You know full well what
Yeah.
you're getting. You know, and it's awesome.
Yeah, Grindhouse Video, man.
They rock.
Are releasing, and then Grindhouse Video in Tampa. By the way, man, they have another exclusive to Grindhouse Video release. The store.
Oh yeah.
It's an Unearthed Films movie, and it's one that's been out of print
really?
for a little. You ever heard of Aftermath Genesis?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, it's been out of print for quite a while.
A long time, yeah.
Well, if you go to grindhousevideo.com, I guess he had some deal with the director of it to release that movie exclusively through Grindhouse Video, and it
That's
has a
cool.
gore cover. Like the front of it's like some naked dude all cut up and stuff. And it
Yeah,
says, Aftermath Genesis Unearthed Films. Then on the bottom it says like Grindhouse Video exclusive.
that's cool.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I'll pick it up just because I like gore covers when companies do
Oh
that.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah. Gore covers are great.
yeah, and I'd like to support a Grindhouse. I'm not a VHS collector, so I don't have interest in their exclusive VHS. But
Yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing. I upgraded to DVD, then I upgraded to Blu-ray. I don't have the nostalgia for the VHS.
yeah, no,
You
I
know,
want highest quality. You know what I mean?
yeah. I
So
want to be able to see what I'm watching.
yeah, I understand the nostalgia for VHS. I think they
Oh,
look cool.
yeah.
I
Oh,
like the
yeah.
fact that you can go into a Goodwill and buy 10 of them for $1.
Oh,
But
yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what I was like? There's a YouTuber. What's his name?
are you talking about the analog archivist or whatever?
No, there's another one. He's like a German guy. He's called like Disc something. I don't know. But he has this huge Texas Chainsaw Massacre collection.
Oh, okay.
And he's got like all these like VHS copies. He's got beta copies. He's got everything. He'll have like the VHS copy from like the U.S. Then he'll have the beta copy from the U.S. Exact same cover and everything. What's his name? It's like disc something. Really neat YouTuber actually.
Have you heard
But
of that analog archivist guy I'm talking about?
I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah.
He got big because he disproved. Remember Charles Band said
Yeah.
he found a bunch of boxes of old Wizard video.
Yeah.
Remember he said they were actual ones from the 80s, big box
Yeah.
ones of Zombie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was selling them for like 50 a piece, and then the analog art guy or whatever, he
Yeah.
picked up a couple, and then he compared them all and stuff, and he proved without a shadow of a doubt that these were in fact reprints.
Yeah.
So like there was like a lot of heat on Charles Band for straight
Yeah.
up lying.
Yeah. I mean, he could have come out and said like, you know what, we screwed up. Turns out they were from like a later run or something.
Yeah.
You could have done that, but it was a bit of a douchey move to do.
Yeah. Speaking of Charles Band,
Mhm.
last thing for releases, did you see they're doing another big Blu-ray box set of the whole Puppet Master franchise, and it comes in a trunk.
Yeah.
And
Comes in the trunk.
and
Yeah.
it's got like a mini Blade figure for the trunk.
Yeah. I would have considered it.
Is it
Except for
150
the
or
fact-
250?
I think it's 250.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's right.
It's really expensive, and I have parts 1, 2, 3. What other ones? Retro Puppet Master, Puppet Master 5, Axis of Evil, and Axis Termination. I think.
And if you do the math,
Yeah.
you're paying over $20 per film.
Yeah, and you can buy the Blu-rays like from directly from their site for like $10 a piece.
Yeah, so it's like that, and it's like, who the hell wants to pay, say, $23 for Puppet Master Legacy? You know what I mean? Stuff like that's
Yeah.
like a clip show.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the whole thing is, like it's limited and it's numbered and
Well, that's
everything.
the reason it's collected, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just stick with the standard releases. I've been picking them up used when I find a copy.
Yeah.
You
You
and
wanna know
actually, my copy of Part 1 is actually signed. So and I
wanna
picked
know
it up
something
used.
cool, man?
Yeah.
You've seen Puppet Master Retro, right?
Yeah.
You know the guy who plays Andre Toulon or whatever?
Yeah.
The guy, that's Mark from The Room.
Is it?
That Greg Sestero. I was reading the book
Oh.
that he wrote, because Greg
Yeah.
Sestero, the guy who played Mark, wrote The Disaster Artist, the book, and that's what James Franco's basing the movie on, is Greg Sestero's book.
Oh, okay.
And I was reading it, and he said he was saying that his first movie was Puppet Master Retro. And I was like, what? And I looked back, and it's him younger, and I was like, wow.
I love it when you do that. When you watch like an old cheesy movie and you're like, wait a minute, like, do I know that guy?
Isn't it fitting, though, that an actor from one of the worst movies of all time
Yeah.
happens to be in a full moon movie?
Yes.
It just fits
It
perfect.
is. It really does.
All right, man. So we're done with releases here. Now we're moving
Yeah.
on to our 2 featured reviews. Finish off Stephen King here.
Yep.
Because in all seriousness, I am getting a little Stephen Kinged out, you know.
I know what you mean.
Like it's over and done with and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty Stephen Kinged out right now.
Yeah.
It's getting overkill. But let's start off with Creepshow, dude.
Yeah.
Now let's just go through each story, man.
Okay.
Well, let's get the overall, let's go through each story. The beginning is actually my favorite part of that whole thing.
For like the wraparound, you mean?
Yeah, I
or-
love seeing
Yeah.
Joe Hill, reading the comics, and
Yeah.
I love, dude, people are gonna Tom Atkins, going in like, where
Yeah.
are you getting this crap or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's like no, or what does he say? It's better. Some about magazines the dad reads, referring to porn and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And he like slaps them and stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I found out like I think a year ago for the first time
Mm-hmm.
that was Stephen King's son.
Yeah, I never knew.
I know I watched that for
Mm.
years and years and never knew that.
Yeah. And then like you realize you're like, oh.
Yeah, and then the mother, I think you're a little too hard on him, and he's drinking, freaking out. But
Yeah.
you know what I love? The music in that. It's like
Yeah.
It's like a weird sound or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it has that na 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 na, like that little thing like that. The music
Yeah.
for that intro was awesome, man.
Yeah.
And then you see him, and I love the room too. You have all the horror masks. I think there's a Dracula poster in the background,
Yeah, something like that.
and then the creepers like floating up to the window, waving and everything.
Yeah, and I just dig that, the kid's reaction, just like, smile.
Yeah, and then he's like, or he says,
And-
"I
and, like-
hope you burn in hell." I think it's what
Oh,
he
yeah.
says. It,
Yeah.
And then it starts off, and then it goes into the thing. And there's some good. I love the animations to it too.
Oh, yeah, the animations are awesome. I
But,
just
like-
love the like this, how it'll be like a still frame,
Yeah.
and it'll just segue into like the real.
And if you
stuff.
and what I like too is if you've seen it before, I love that you're basically if you've watched it, everything that they're showing in the credits makes that much more sense.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I love. And but the first season or the first story was the I don't remember what it was called, but it was birthday cake or something, or Father's Day.
Father's Day, yeah.
So this whole family meets up at the rich person's house. I don't even know.
I
Is
think
this
she's
the
like,
aunt? Is this the niece or something?
I think that's like the,
I think the basic.
yeah, I think it's like an aunt's or something.
because it's Aunt Bedelia. She comes every
Yeah.
Father's Day and drinks at the gravesite and all that.
Yeah.
So there's not really a whole lot of story with this. You get like a flashback of the father, like, banging his cane on the floor, being like, "Where's my cake, dude?" And he was actually, he was annoying. That
He
dude.
was.
Yeah, but she ends up killing him or whatever, and basically that. I mean, one of the highlights of this episode was Ed Harris's dancing,
Oh, yeah.
and the girl he was with, I actually thought was really hot too.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Aunt Bedelia comes. She ends up doing her ritual thing, and
Yeah.
then what is it? He comes out of the grave, and that's the end of Aunt Bedelia.
Yep.
And basically, that's what it is. He comes back from the grave, and that's the whole story. What's your
Yeah.
opinion of this first story?
I thought it worked as a short little story. I would have liked to have seen a bit more plot development.
That's what I'm saying. I really like it, but there's just
Yeah.
nothing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, you couldn't even call it a story. It's like
Yeah.
a
And it's like-
scene. You know what I mean?
And it's like, why is he coming back to life now
yeah.
and not,
every other
like,
year.
yeah.
It's definitely bizarre, but I
You know?
do. But I let that slide just because I
Oh,
love
yeah.
the ending. I
Oh,
got my
yeah.
cake and he's holding the plate or the platter.
Yeah, with her head on it.
And I love how the backgrounds get comic book like, and they make that sound, or they're like, or they
Yeah.
like this gasp or whatever. I
Yeah.
love that. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, honestly, of all the stories in Creepshow, it was sort of the weakest,
Yeah.
but it's also still memorable.
So is Father's Day is your least favorite
Yeah,
story out of the whole movie?
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I'll rate it as my second least favorite. There's one that I dislike more.
Okay.
So the second story of Creepshow, I'm trying to remember how it went. Was it the lonesome death of Jordy Verrill, or was there one
Yeah,
before that?
yeah. It was. I think it was the lonesome death of Jordy Verrill.
I love that
Um,
story, man. It's my second favorite out of all of them.
yeah, I really enjoy it. I just dig the fact that well, one, that it's Stephen King playing it,
Yeah.
and he plays like I don't want to say stupid,
He plays
but
an ignorant, or not ignorant, but he just a dumb country hillbilly type thing.
yeah, but like he's smart enough to try to want to sell the meteor and everything, so he's not completely like brain dead,
Yeah.
but
The thing with this thing too is it's like
mm,
it's not really scary at all, but the ending
oh
to
no,
this short still is disturbing to me, kind of.
oh yeah,
Covered in weeds and then just shoots himself.
yeah. What kind of creeps me out about it, is like that he's like praying earnestly, just for enough good luck to be able to shoot himself in the head.
Yeah, I know.
That's
and then I think
that's kind of creepy,
Yeah, that is intense. And then the last thing I think you see, it says it's about to pour rain or something.
Yeah, and you're like, oh crap.
So you know the whole town's gonna get it.
Yeah,
But I love that, dude. I love the effects of it. I love just the way everything looked, like the weeds, everything growing everywhere.
yeah, yeah. I
And
agree.
just Stephen King's performance is so over the top. And
Yeah, and it works. It works for the character.
yeah. But that's my second favorite. There's not really. Have you noticed? There's not a whole lot to these stories.
Oh no,
They're
they
quick,
are
dude.
they are
They're so
literal
quick.
short stories.
And when you think about it
You know?
too, there's not many characters at all in these things.
No, well, I think what one of the parts of it is there's quite a few stories in Creepshow. Is there 5 or 6?
Yeah, we'll go through. There's a lot. I mean, the third. Let me pull up the order of these stories because I remember there being a lot. I'm trying to remember which one go third. Let me see.
Yeah.
I want to say this one is the crate, but I don't think so.
No, I think there was something in between. I think.
Let's see here. Okay, all right. Something to tide you over. There was only 5 stories.
Yeah, but still, when you think most anthology movies, whatever, have 3 stories and a wraparound.
Yeah, well, Creepshow 2 only had 3.
Yeah, so I think they went more for, I don't want to say like more stories but less story. You know what I mean? I guess they're more like just little creepy tales, really.
Basically, like how the comics were back in the day.
Yeah,
The,
you didn't.
That's what they based it off of, was Tales from
Yeah.
the Crypt and stuff.
Yeah,
But so Something to Tide You Over is the next story. I love this one a lot. It's not my favorite,
so do I.
but I really like this one.
It's probably my second favorite.
Yeah, it's just great casting. You got Leslie Nielsen
Oh, yeah.
and Ted Danson.
Yeah, I love seeing Leslie Nielsen as like
A
not
villain?
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
awesome.
weird, man, but it's cool.
Yeah,
But basically, what Ted Danson was he cheating? He's
Yeah.
sleeping with Leslie Nielsen's wife. So
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen brings him to 2 different ends of the beach or something. And
Yeah, and
lets them
buries him
watch
up to
each
his
other
neck.
drown, basically, and then so they drown, and then Leslie Nielsen thinks he's all good, and then in typical, Creepshow fashion, they come back from the dead and
Yep.
kill him. Dude, when I
Yeah.
first saw this, when I was young, dude, when I first saw this,
Yeah.
the way they sound when they come,
Oh yeah, that
Leslie Nielsen's-
gurgling.
dude, that was creepy, man.
It was,
Like
and
just
it was.
that gurgle, and then when he shoots him, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
the blood is so watery coming out. and
Yeah,
everything.
it's like I said, it's my second favorite story in the entire thing. Um, I don't know, there's just something, and also, like the thought of like drowning is just kind
Yeah, just
of,
the tide going up higher and higher.
yeah,
But I do want to say I like that shot where it actually shows them underwater. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I love
yeah,
that shot.
yeah. It was an all around good story,
Yeah, I gotta.
and it was a complete story also.
Yeah, it actually had a decent amount of plot. You knew what everyone motives were
Yeah,
doing, what everyone was doing.
yeah,
Now, this next story, The Crate, is my
yeah.
least favorite out of every single one of them.
Really, see, the crate's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude, this
I
story
just love it.
drags, man.
It does drag.
It's long, dude. Like, this is
Yeah,
a long story.
maybe that's why I like it. Since it is like a good chunk
Yeah, it's
of the
got.
size.
It is decent. I forget the
I like
guy's
the
name in
creature
real life.
design.
Yeah, what's the guy's name from The Fog and stuff? Older dude.
Uh,
He plays the guy who's kind
yeah,
of like a pussy in it. His wife. His
yeah,
wife basically verbally abuses. The wife is a horror genre veteran too. I don't
yeah,
remember her name
yeah.
either.
I can't remember his name, but he's been in tons of stuff.
Yeah, well, he was the priest in The Fog and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, but what the whole thing is, he's like a teacher. He's not as successful as his partner was or his buddy or whatever.
yeah,
And they go and chill, and then the partner, he gets a call to go. This artifact he was looking for comes in, and it's the crate,
yeah.
and the janitor's picking at it. Is Dick Miller in this, by the way?
And no,
For some reason, I remember Dick Miller poking at it, but I may have just been.
the guy looks a good amount like Dick Miller.
Yeah, that may have been it.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
think they were like, let's find someone that looks like Dick Miller.
yeah, because Dick Miller usually plays like a janitor type person. Or
He does. Yeah.
matter of fact, I think Dick Miller and Tom Savini are garbage men in Creepshow. Now
Oh,
that I
yeah.
think about it, Dick Miller is in this movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, him and Tom Savini were garbage men, and remember, Tom Savini picks up the comic book that Tom Atkins threw out.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, man, so I love the ending of the crate, though. They throw
Oh,
it
yeah.
in the water, and it busts out.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah. But over and all, though, to me, Creepshow would have been a better movie if they had just discarded that whole segment.
I think it could have been
Or
shortened.
shortened it by 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I think the movie is like an hour, 45 minutes, maybe close to hour 50 minutes around there.
Yeah.
That story alone is like 40 minutes long, over 40 minets.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with other stories that are only 15 minutes, 18 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Hal Holbrook.
Yeah, that was his name, Hal Holt.
That was his name.
And
Yeah,
what's
and
the female's
Adrienne
name?
Barbeau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, both horror veteran actors.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I said, that's my least favorite. So that's weird that's your most favorite.
Yeah, well, I think maybe, I have a real soft spot for creature stuff.
Oh, you're a big creature feature fan?
I've always loved, creatures and everything. So,
Yeah. It's got to be a certain kind of creature. Like, it's got to be more realistic to me, like digging up the marrow, like the designs of those creatures. That's
just
what I like, dude.
terrifying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, the last segment in this, they're creeping up on you, is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, that is probably my third favorite.
I just love the look of it. Everything's really sterile looking. The guy, what's the... Oh, God, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's another famous actor. Not in
E.G.
horror.
Marshall.
Yeah, he's not famous in horror, but he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But you believe his character is like as much of a dick as... You believe he's an actual asshole,
Yeah.
Character, but he's basically a big germaphobe. And literally the whole story is there's cockroaches gradually overtaking his apartment that's supposed to be the most sterile in New York or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had actually heard that George A. Romero made this... You know how he always wants certain meanings in his stuff?
Yeah.
That he meant this as like foreigners and stuff taking over America and all that and coming over.
Hmm?
Like that's what he meant by the cockroaches, like all the it was like some about like blacks and Hispanics and stuff like that, and it was like a racist type thing. That's what he did.
I don't know.
No, that's what George A. Romero said.
Oh.
And then
I don't know.
Tom Savini said to get all those cockroaches, they went to some cave somewhere, turned off all their flashlights, and then when they turned them back on, their buckets were filled with cockroaches. And I guess
Well, hey.
George A. Romero said him and Stephen King were afraid of all the cockroaches and didn't want to be near them. And I guess they dumped thousands upon thousands of cockroaches in that room. And he said within 2 minutes, you couldn't see a single one of them. They all went into the jukebox. They all went into all that stuff. Like they disappeared.
Yeah.
But that's your third favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that closes out Creepshow because I really like the wraparound though too, because at the end you see the whole voodoo doll thing.
I love that.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
I remember when I first saw it, I kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
You know, but it just works.
Yeah, man.
You know, the idea that like, this comic book, as something that he got from this comic book has actually worked.
Yeah, man.
You know?
This so Creepshow overall, what would you give the rating of it?
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I go as far as say I put this in that S category. This it's a classic. It's just a bona fide classic in my eyes. Even though the crate is a little too long, in my opinion, it's still it's just a classic. It's one I had when I was a kid. The poster was one of the most memorable posters in I think movie horror history.
Oh, definitely.
Just the detail
it's
and everything.
A beautiful poster.
And just everything, just the whole vibe of it, the colors, the music.
Yeah.
It's just I just wish I could have seen this in theaters when it came out.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, so I'll give it an. I mean, I did say it's an S-class thing, but that would mean I'd have to give it a 10 out of 10.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, S is just, S is S, right?
Yeah,
I'll say
it's a 9 out of 10, but it's still in the S-class.
Yeah.
So you give it an 8, so we're not too far off. But that is strange, though. Your favorite story is my least favorite story.
Yeah, I think what the problem with the crate is they should have either lengthened it to a feature or crushed it down more to like a shorter short.
Yeah, it's just that whole story is just boring and dull to me, kind of. Like even the setting it's in, it's just dull. That's the only word. Like there's when you finally get to the first death, you've already watched 25 minutes of just Hal Holbrook, kind of just walking around, just chilling. I don't know.
I think they should have got to the creature stuff sooner.
It had a couple more actually had the thing like prowling around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like, let's be honest, why would it go back under the stairs?
Yeah.
And they never really says what it is. Is it like a Yeti? Is it like a little tiny something or other? It comes from Antarctica, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But that's Creepshow. Like I said, I'll put it in the S class. If we had like a Tumbling Podcast Hall of Fame, I'd put it in there.
Yeah, it would deserve that.
Now let's move on to Stephen King's lesser-known anthology film, Cat's Eye.
Yep.
And this only has 3 stories. It's more brisker. Let's just go with. I mean, there's kind of a wraparound, but the wraparound leads into the last story.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, you're just seeing Drew Barrymore walk around, and the cat. Actually, the wraparound is the cat going through all these things because you actually see James Woods. The first story's Quitters Inc. And James Woods is arriving to this stop smoking center, and you actually see the cat like walking by or something. But what do you think of this first story, Quitters Inc.?
I liked it. I didn't like it as much as like the other ones,
Yeah,
but I thought it was just a really neat idea.
yeah.
Because just the sheer idea of you know,
What they're doing.
yeah,
I love this
it
story,
makes
man.
sense.
I see. I've
It,
always loved James Woods.
yeah,
You know,
he's good in everything.
I know, man. And just the whole thing of this place, like they have the cat, and well, it was kind of hard to watch because I don't like a whole lot of animal cruelty, especially like
Yeah,
cats and stuff. But
yeah,
remember, they got the cat in that box, and they're like shocking the hell out of it.
yeah.
Basically,
According to the commentary, what they're doing there is shooting compressed air
uh,
and making the cat jump, and then I guess they put in the sparks afterwards, like
yeah.
rotoscoped it in or something.
You think that could still be considered abuse or nah?
I would probably think so.
Yeah,
Nowadays, it would.
yeah. That's
Back
something that can
then.
only be done in the
Yeah.
'80s, like that.
Oh, one thing that we have to do before we get into the first one, we have to acknowledge Cujo at the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a cool
Yeah,
throwback. I like that a lot.
yeah. Because of course, from what I know, the director directed Cujo as well.
Oh really? Wasn't there
Yeah,
another throwback too to another Stephen King movie? Maybe.
I think there were quite a few
Yeah.
actually. I think
I
there
think
was like,
Christine. I think there actually Christine shows up somewhere in the movie too.
yeah, I think it's like, isn't it like playing on a television or something?
Yeah, either that or I actually thought we actually see the car, like
We
driving
might,
or something.
we might, yeah,
But anyways, so James Woods basically he wants to stop smoking, and he can't.
yeah,
And this company basically follows you. They're like a big brother kind of.
yeah,
And if they catch you smoking, and they're gonna catch you,
yeah,
dude. Dude, they like literally kidnap his wife and everything, and
yeah.
dude, they
Stick her in
cut
the
her
room.
like pinky off or something.
Yeah, that's his like friend or whatever.
Yeah, dude. You remember like he's at dinner and you see all of them. They all have their pinkies cut off and everything. And
Yeah,
dude, I also like a dude. He's like wakes up and he goes to smoke a cigarette and he sees him standing in his closet, like watching him and everything.
yeah. It was pretty damn entertaining.
Yeah. So you give. This is another thing now that I'm talking about it, I'm noticing these stories in these Stephen King movies have nothing to them really. But
I
Quitters
know.
Inc. I really do. What's your opinion of like what would you rate the first story?
Out of 10, I'd give it probably about maybe like a 6.
Yeah, I'd give it
You
like
know,
a 6.5, 7. It wasn't amazing, but
it's the sort of thing I would have liked to have seen more of of like that idea.
yeah,
I would have I would have liked to have seen what would have happened if someone just was like, no, I'm gonna smoke.
yeah,
Like I don't care what you do to these people. Like what they would have done in that situation where, the person just didn't care.
yeah,
Would they have upped like the violence to them, or would they have like switched it up somehow? I think that would have been really interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is my second favorite story out of the three, and I'm reading here that Stephen King wrote the script to this whole movie.
Oh, wow.
So the next
That's
story is my favorite out of all three, The Ledge.
I agree.
Dude,
Definitely.
I love that story, man.
Yeah, it's
This
just
is another.
so...
Yeah, this is basically the equivalent of something to tide you over, or
Yeah.
whatever. Because basically, a guy's sleeping with a mob boss's wife or girl,
Yeah.
and he goes to get her something, and he basically says, if you could walk around the whole ledge without falling, you could have the girl and all this money or whatever.
Yeah.
So he decides to do it, or gets forced to do it, and that's basically the extent of he's doing whatever he can to get him to fall and all that. And in typical, fashion of these stories, the mob boss has to end up going on the ledge and ends up falling. So,
Yeah.
what would you rate this one? Or what
This
was
one,
some things you liked about it?
what I kind of really dug about this is the fact that, like, yeah, the like mob boss type guy is he's the villain of this story, obviously. But when you actually think about it, hasn't actually done anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know, he's the injured party.
Yeah, he's just mad because his wife's cheating on him. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
basically rooting for the dude who's, robbing his
Who's
girl.
the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, I really dug this one. I loved the idea that, that he, how can I describe it? I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's like, that he gives him the idea that if he gets around here, like, everything will be fine, everything will be forgiven and everything. Where, but then he's still going to try to, like, blow him off the edge with, like, a fire hose and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of dug that. And I dug the idea that again, we're essentially rooting for almost the bad guy, because the good guy in the situation is a worse guy.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
But I definitely rate this story. I give it a 8 out of 10 just because the tension's there.
Yeah.
The cinematography. I love the look of the building. It was just a good, tense story. It flew by. It was just really enjoyable.
It was. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Now, the last story.
Yep.
What the hell is this thing called? The General.
Yeah.
And it's not Reese Witherspoon. Drew Barrymore. And
Yep.
a real young role. And basically, this is like a Gremlins ripoff type thing.
Pretty much.
Basically, or like The Gate type thing. Drew Barrymore, she keeps saying there's a monster in her room, and no one's believing her. And it's like a little tiny... It looks like a creature from The Gate.
It does.
But,
It really does.
Yeah, and Drew Barrymore just keeps tripping. She wants the cat to be in the house with her, because obviously it protects her, and... eventually stuff starts happening. There's some good stop-motion effects with this thing.
Yeah.
But,
and hell, I mean, a good chunk of it was actually a guy in a suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they made, like, a large set.
Kind of like what they did with Chucky, where you have the midget running around.
Yeah, and they got, like, the smallest actor they could find and sent him out there.
Wow. So when he's swinging on all that stuff, it's probably the actual person?
Yeah. I would think a lot of the scenes where you actually see it, like, interacting with the cat and everything, I think are more stop motion and stuff like that. But yeah, a good chunk of it is a guy in a suit.
Now, let me ask you, what did you think of this story?
I like this one. This is my second favorite story. I don't get the mother's dislike of the cat.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like what? Are you so, like, in love with this like bird?
Yeah.
This cat that, like, obviously really likes your kid.
Yeah.
And the kid obviously really likes the cat.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah,
To me, the story doesn't fit with this movie at all.
Not really.
Like, it's in a total different... Like, the first two stories fit perfect, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, they're
deal
both
with real-world stuff. It's realistic. And then all of a sudden, this feels like you're going into, like, a kid territory.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like it should be paired with, like, the Monster Squad or something like that. Like, it doesn't fit the realism of the first two.
Yeah, well, the first two are, like, they're human villains.
Yeah.
In each one, and then this is like a little troll. It is a bit out of left field almost,
Yeah, it brings me down a little bit. It's just it's good, but it should have been on something else. It just didn't fit with this.
Well, hell, it could have been its own standalone story, really.
Yeah.
Drag it out to feature length,
like
add some more stuff. Yeah, pretty much.
But it would have been your standard 80s kid horror type movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would you, in Cat's Eye in general, I know you said you You hadn't seen it in years and years, and you said you remember not caring for it.
Yeah. I think what I find with it is, when I think of Stephen King stuff, I think of like, Pet Cemetery. I think of, like real scary type stuff,
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that was on like HBO all the time back then.
Yeah. This is almost what I'd almost refer to this as like Stephen King light.
Yeah, yeah.
This is something.
Bargain bin Stephen King.
If you want to like introduce like young kids to Stephen King,
Yeah.
this is a good choice.
Yeah, where it's vaguely touching adult themes like the cheating and stuff like that and moms,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and I guess also, I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's rated PG.
oh, is it?
Yeah, so it's not overly gory or anything. A lot of stuff's more like implied.
Yeah. It
Like
would be
Quitters Inc. is,
PG-13 if it came out today, though.
Yeah,
Just for the
yeah.
fact of the smoking and stuff like that, they're not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's something I wish there had been a bit more of a wraparound.
Yeah, it was just kind of the cat walking that threaded it together.
Yeah, I'd have.
It's almost like the cat story was the wraparound for
Yeah.
the first two stories.
Yeah, and it's almost like there should have been maybe another story in there.
Yeah. So let me ask you: did you regret picking it up or no?
No, I don't regret picking it up. I got this pretty cheap. I got it for like $8 or something.
But did you enjoy it more than you would have thought?
I enjoyed
or
it.
is it still...
I enjoyed it more than I remembered enjoying it. So like where before I thought it wasn't very good. Now I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Creepshow.
Definitely not.
I'd give this like probably 6 out of 10.
I'd give it the same rating. It's about average,
Yeah, I keep throwing around the word, but it's kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
There's no real like standout story.
To me, the standout though is Quitters Inc. For some reason, I like The Ledge the best, but when I think about Cat's Eye, I think about Quitters Inc. for some reason.
Well, it's a very, it just works as a story.
Yeah.
And I like the fact also that even though it's over, it's still not necessarily over.
Yeah.
Where The Ledge, it's over, it's over.
Yeah, definitely.
General, it's over, the troll is dead, it's done.
Yeah.
But Quitters Inc., it could keep going on, Like what would happen if like a year or 2 years later or whatever, he started smoking again?
Yeah.
Would they just pick up where they left off? Or would they come to him, would they say, hey,
It would be a good idea to make a full-length movie out of that story.
Yeah. You could do it really creepy. Like
Yeah.
you could really creep that out, As it is, it's good. It's really enjoyable, but it's honestly more of a comedy.
Yeah. Definitely. It seems more kiddish kind of, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we both give it a 6 out of 10. Let's both give it a really average rating.
Yeah.
Basically, it's 7.88 in a Walmart bin here, and that's exactly where it deserves to be,
Yeah. And I can remember back when it used to be in video stores.
Yeah.
I liked that original poster art.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a really nice poster art. It is. It's like it's a bargain bin / rental.
Yeah.
Where Creepshow is one you go out of your way to buy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Which shockingly hasn't had like any kind of special edition or nothing weird.
No. Well, of course they've released a Blu-ray called Just Desserts.
Yeah, I want to pick that up. I want to see that
Yeah.
documentary.
It's just completely the making. All it is just the making of Creepshow.
Yeah, it's
And
put
I
out
think
by
that's pretty
Synapse
cool.
too.
Yeah. And I think that'd be quite interesting. I always remember if ever did you ever see Scream Greats Volume 1 from Fangoria?
I don't think so.
It was a video they had, and
Kind of
you
like
can
the
find
Boogeyman one they had.
sort of. Well, you can find it on YouTube,
Yeah.
and all it is, it's just all Tom Savini doing makeup effects and everything, and it's all like there's a big section in it on Creepshow. There's sections on Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th Part 4, Dawn of the Dead, all this stuff. It's worth checking out on YouTube. It's just a really fun thing, and it shows some of the Creepshow stuff. It shows them like with the cockroaches and Creepshow, like pushing them through the guy and everything, and it's a really neat little. It's called Scream Greats Volume 1, Tom Savini, Master of Horror Effects.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
It's definitely worth watching, and I wish someone would release it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Someone, I don't care who,
One of these days, we should have an episode like the documentary special, like
Oh,
where we
that'd
review
be
like
awesome.
Just Desserts, maybe Crystal Lake Memories, and the
Oh,
big
yeah.
ones.
Oh yeah, like yeah,
Maybe Just Brains and
yeah, Never Sleep Again,
Yeah.
and yeah, I really enjoy horror documentaries when they're done good.
There's one, I'm sure you've seen it, but if you haven't, you got to. It's on YouTube. Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments.
I think I've seen some of it. I don't think I saw the whole thing.
Dude, it's awesome. Check it out on YouTube sometime. There's like 5
Yeah.
hours of it. There's so many horror people
Really?
in it. Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
awesome. And then they have like specials like 13 more scariest movie. Dude, it goes on and on. But let's wrap this up for people listening. So this
Yeah.
finally concludes our Stephen King month.
Yep.
The first one we did Salem's Lot, and then we did
It.
yeah, and then there's this one, and then 'cause
Yeah.
we had to take a week off because of the hurricane, a bunch of stuff happening. But
Yeah.
our next episode, we'll be back next week. We'll have all the Chucky movies,
Yeah.
Child's Play movie, because it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're for sure gonna get it and watch it, right?
I'm probably gonna pick up the Blu-ray. If I don't, it's actually on Netflix over here tomorrow. So
Oh wow, I wonder if it'll be on
So-
Netflix here too.
it might be. So
Regardless, I'm buying it though. But
oh yeah, me too.
yes,
But,
that'll be our next episode. And
Yeah.
before we go, I want to, for the people listening, that we had like 4 or 5 enter the contest so far for the It Blu-rays.
Yep.
And we're going to keep it going till today's Monday. We're going to keep it going till Friday. I'll promote it a little bit more before then. And then, obviously, when I send you the audio over from this today,
Yeah.
we'll try to get this up as soon as possible so we can get that on Facebook, maybe get a few more people to sign up for it.
Yeah.
Because Friday, what we'll do is we'll make a video, draw names or something,
Yeah.
and we'll get them sent out to you after that, and
Yep.
we'll get it done. But yeah, so far 4 or 5, which is good for a podcast that just started up,
Yeah.
and for a fact that probably a lot of people own this Blu-ray already.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
So
they do.
you know what I mean. It's cool to give back to the horror community, especially a movie
Yeah.
that's one of the greatest of all time. But
Yeah.
anyways, so this is the end of episode 10. This is Corey's Crypt.
This is BDG Reviews.
Peace.
Peace.